What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing a winch on my DMAX. I want to keep the bumper, so I got a hidden winch mount from Rival. We'll be showing you that. I haven't seen none of this on YouTube before, so we look at the instruction manual to figure out how to do it. And this will probably be the first video on YouTube to show you, or maybe the second, I don't know, on how to install this. So hopefully this helps you guys if you got one of these. I'm not planning on going hard forward driving. I just want a winch to get me out of trouble. And I kind of like the bumper look, so let's install this, and then once we destroy the bumper one day, maybe we'll upgrade to a bullbar then. But for now, hidden winch mount with a winch, let's get it. Also, I got like an hour before the sun goes down, so I don't know why I'm starting this now, but we're gonna do it. First thing we're going to do, disconnect the negative on the battery, because that's what you do every time you work on your car. Easy. Maybe I should get a drill. Alright, we want to take the grill off, so I'm going to undo the screws for the grill. These off. Turns out them plugs that we took out earlier, you didn't need to do. That's this step, because there's two more here, so my bad. It was these clips that were holding it in, not this. I could just see it all flexing, so I wasn't too sure. So we got to take all four of these ones out. There's a screw there. Alright, I got that one out. I'll do the other side, and let's go under. And then if you come all the way up here, it's hard to see, but up in this little gap there's a plug that you need to get out. So just chuck a screwdriver in. Alright, let me put the camera down. Alright, both of them are out. They got absolutely destroyed. They did not come out easy, so I'm gonna have to order some more of them to get that back in. I don't know if it's too much of a problem. It just kind of holds it up nice with the guard, so we'll see how that goes when we put it back on. I'll order some more, so it shouldn't be too bad. They seem like pretty generic plugs. Let's undo the bottom of this and get this bumper off. We go under, we got a plug here, a 10mm here, and another plug here. So hopefully we don't destroy these ones. I'll get these out and we'll get it off. Alright, got that clip out. The bolt here is out. And then there's a clip down here somewhere that I got out on both sides. So I think that's everything out, and we can get this bumper off somehow. Bumpers off. Oh, thank God, I just had to unclip these that I forgot to unclip on both sides for the fog lights. No, not the beer. For the fog lights. Damn. That's very upsetting. Alright, we're going to get rid of these plastic bits here, which just have plugs holding them in apparently. So let's try and get these out. Bin and bin. I've got a 14mm socket, and we're gonna get bolts out of here, 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 and then there's 3 underneath. So let's do that. that's that off. And I believe that is the front end disassembled. The sun is setting. We've probably got about half hour max of sunlight, then we're gonna have to get the light out. But now, if we look down here, we're gonna have to put a bushing in here and bushing down in here. So I'll get that out of the pack. These bushings. 2.5. Let's do it. One there. And the other one. Yeah. They're two different sizes, just so you know. Alright, we've got the bushings in on both sides. Let's put on the mounting brackets. Oh, one 100, one 110. Just like that. So, we send this down below. And we send this one over. And then the M10, we can go from the outer side. Need a washer. The labeling on this on the screws are fucking terrible. It's very hard to tell what's for what. Alright, and let's crank that up. Alright, we've got that side on. We've got that side on. Hopefully I did that right, because these instructions are very unclear when you translate the bolts. But let's move on, because the sun is going down. Let's see if we can see some nice sunset. Oh, it's going down. Alright. I'm not sure if does it all line up. I think we will be be nice if we had a second pair of hands, but I do not. Over knee. That's starting to look good. Gonna bolt this up. Let me just give me a sec. Let's see if the winch fits. I was probably meant to do this before. Yeah. I think that's going to fit quite nice, actually. I just got the winch on. That's all mounted down underneath. Fits well. I got the carbon winch because it was a sleeker design. I'm going to relocate this box maybe up here somewhere. I'll probably try and mount it somewhere here. I didn't want it down here, but we're up to this step here, 19, if you're following along. And we're going to just quickly do these, and then it's up to cutting the grill. So I'm going to just tighten this up, get this all mounted. This is the last one, but this one, and there's one under, and then on the opposite side you need to get these nut sets that are in the pack, and I believe they go behind. I don't know where they're gonna, you know, insert into, but they're just loosely sitting there behind there, because it's kind of how it shows it on the picture. So I mean, these instructions aren't very clear, so if you gotta do this and I'm doing it wrong, please let me know, because I might have to change this. But so now I could just align this and do them all up. I reckon it's already aligned quite well. Let's tighten these up. I think that's quite solid. So I think I'll end it there. We'll come back tomorrow to finish this off. Alright guys, it's a couple of days later. I just wanted to do a little run through of what we've done. We got all these bolts tied up underneath on both sides. We got our winch mounted nice and solid. We've got our brackets fully tight and torqued up as per what the instructions say. So that means we are up to cutting this out. Little pictures you can cut out and tape up, so I'm gonna have to do that. Take the number plate off, do that, and yeah, let's start with that. I got my 2 templates cut out. I'm ready to stick them up. I gotta mask up the bumper and then chuck these on somewhere. So give me a sec and I'll do that. Okay, so I'm not too confident in this measurement here. I need to have a look at it more, but I'm going to cut out this grill bit because that's where the winch is going. Now in the instructions they want you to cut it here and over here. All I'm going to do is just cut it so these 6 squares are out and we just leave these 2 on the sides. So let's do that. I am very, very nervous. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, let's try that. I think if we do follow that, we should be pretty sweet. I'm going to cut out this where I marked up first to give us more room, and then we'll have a sauce. Alright, got that cut out. Let's have a look now. We are getting closer. It's just sitting on now, but I think that is good enough. It's a nice tight clearance there. These are even on each side, and there's a big gap here, but that gap's going to come in handy to get this, to get access to the free spool. So I don't mind that, but I like that it's at least even. Underneath the paint is all black, so I'm gonna have to get some color match paint and spray this up. I'm planning on getting this whole thing wrapped, this whole car wrapped at one point, so I'm not too worried about it, but I think that's looking quite good. I'm very pleased. I'm gonna see if I can mount this bumper back on, and let's see. Hello Lachlan in the present day. I just wanted to explain this a bit better. So we cut along here, as you just seen, but I also cut back here just to fit this winch a bit there. And I did the same here to cut there just to fit that bit. And then there's also some tabs hanging back up here for this, back up here holding the middle bits, which I completely cut off flush. They were there, but they are gone now. And that's pretty much all I did for cutting. I haven't fixed that yet, but I'm not too worried about it. Alright, we're putting the bumper back on. First I'm going to try and line these holes up. There it is. And get that. And then once that's on, we'll screw this back in and plug this one and this one, and then do the same on the other side, and then we'll go to the top. And I got a set of new plugs, Amazon next day delivery, so I'll take 2 of them. I'll take 3 of them actually for this side. And we put one in here, push that in, got one up here, and then we got this one in, we tightened this bolt, and we got this one here. So let's do the same on the other side. Put this in, put this screw in, and then do the 2 plugs, 1 plug up here, 2 down there, and that bolt. So let me do that. Alright, so now everything underneath's done. Now just need to put these 4 in, and then we can sort out the wiring box or control box. Pops right in, push. Clips are actually great. They break really easy, but so easy to use. Just like that. Alrighty, I found a location for this box. I took this screw out, which was holding this, and that's where I mounted it, so it's just going to sit nice behind the grill. We'll see if we can get to that through this bottom bit. We'll see. And now just relocated this to just over here, so it's still there. That's how it looked before, but yeah, should be right. Alrighty now, time to try and wire these down into this gap and have fun with it. Alright, I got that all wired up. Guess the battery's not connected to the battery. I need to get some nuts to connect it to the actual battery, but that's ready for the grill to go on. So let's do that. And just like that, we are all back together. I think that's looking good. Now I need to figure out where to put the number plate. Go get some nuts for this, so I can connect this and my switch. And yeah, that control box tucked in quite nice back there. And that is how you install a hidden winch, somewhat hidden, on your DMAX, I guess, whatever car you want. That's the rival hidden winch, just to be clear. I don't know if I recommend it. It was kind of pain, the instructions weren't that good. Probably be easy just to get a bull bar, put the winch on that, but I didn't really want a bull bar. Once this front end gets destroyed, maybe I'll change over to a bull bar, but I kind of like the front end on the DMAXs, so I wanted to go with that. I'm not planning to do super hard full driving, so there is that too. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I reckon it looks not bad at all. But thank you guys for watching. I will catch you in the next one.